This is our preliminary task evaluation. Harry Pask, Charlie Penny and Dylan Thomas. So first we created a jingle, and the things that went well were the composing of the jingle. We took some free copyright sounds and music off free copyright websites. We put it in Adobe Premiere and just mixed it all together until we liked it. All the sound effects music we fit together nicely, which made it sound professional. And if it didn't, we listened to it back to pick out the faults in it, just to correct it to our liking. In the jingle, we added a sound bed, sound effects, a radio ident, and a song at the end of the interview, like any other radio station would have. Things that went wrong about the jingle is Adobe Audition often crashed, so it delayed our progress. So when we wanted to record a jingle and put sound effects on, we it didn't go right. It crashed, so it delayed our work kind of. Finding the right sound and music took a while as well, because we wanted to kind of perfect our jingle and make it sound how we wanted it to sound. So we had to pick sounds and music that we all agreed to. Teamwork. Next, things we did well. We bond well as a team because we know each other from school, so we know what we're like. We all suggested many ideas towards each task. So each task we did, we all contributed equally. We gained an understanding of each other's ideas and put them into consideration. So whatever we all said, we considered it to put in our work, whatever work we was doing at the time. Things that went wrong, we could focus more on task. Well, considering we know each other, we drifted off a bit and we kind of got distracted. And we was easily distracted. So in future we could focus more on the work and just work well as a team better. Recording using a dictaphone. Things that went well. It's handy if you want to record things quickly and upload things to Adobe or whatever program you're using. You can upload straight from the dictaphone, which is good because you can just plug it in a USB from the computer to the dictaphone and just upload it from there and put it in a file. And considering you can just do it as easy as that, it's not bad quality. Not a bad quality of sound, so it is quite handy. Things that went wrong. The quality of the sound wasn't as good as other pieces of equipment. I did just say it was good, but if we used other equipment, it would have been a lot better. But it is, it's handy. We wasted time trying to find folders on the dictaphone. When we recorded some things, we recorded things over it, so it created new folders. So we couldn't really find the other folders that we had. So it was hard to find the right one because it's quite awkward to use. The classwork, the things that went well. We all produced some good work. All group work was completed well. We focused on all tasks that were set. And we had some good communication skills, so we was always talking and suggesting ideas. Things that went wrong, we was easily distracted again. Obviously we know each other, like I said. We was talking just about casual stuff that mates would talk about, and sometimes we went off task. So over to Harry Pask on his.
During preliminary task 1, we had to think of a radio station name, codes and conventions and the target audience. We came up with a good effective name and we have good knowledge of the target audience, although we struggled to think of more names. In future, we would organise ourselves more and think of alternatives to think of other names. When recording in the studio, the equipment we used was of a high quality and this affected our end product with a positive impact. However, we did take too long with the equipment as we was messing around with it for a long time to figure out how to use it. In the future, we would organise our time better to ensure we had the right amount of time to record and use it more effectively. Individual contribution to the team. I thought I worked hard in the recording studio and volunteered to be a guest on the station, although I could have contributed more during the editing. Next time I would like to put more effort into the editing phase. Dylan felt that he worked well on the script and edited the broadcast well. However, he felt he didn't contribute much in terms of recording. The next time he would try to play part in recording so that we are all involved. Charlie contributed to every piece of work and volunteered to be the voice of the presenter. However, he thought he could have worked better in the recording studio. In the future, we'd like to concentrate more when working in the recording studio. We also had to use Audition as one of our programs. When using Audition, we got to use the software effectively. However, we did find that the programme often crashed, which was a problem. Next time we would leave ourselves more time to complete the work in case the software crashed.
During preliminary task 2, we had to discuss team roles, broadcast structure and the script writing. Throughout this task, I thought we worked well as a team, and we came up with the roles easily as we all got in with the teamwork. The script writing went well as all of us were creative and we knew how to make the most out of what we was producing. This was a quick process and it helped us with editing in the future. Although at first we couldn't really decide what we would be talking about in the radio broadcast, with this happening it cost us quite a bit of time. In the future we would make sure we have enough time left so that we have enough time for better things like editing and recording. Working more effectively so the process speeds up as well would also a thing we could do in the future. Sources of copyright-free music and sound effects. The good thing we did about this was that there was a lot of sounds and effects available for us to use. So with this happening, we could decide what effects we could have because there were so many. This made it easier for us to think of ideas for a jingle because there were so many sound effects we could easily plan of what we was going to do. Although it took time because we were scrolling through websites at all of these sounds to find suitable ones for the jingle. In the future we would find the sounds a lot quicker because this would give us more time for recording and editing. Throughout the blogging process, overall we thought it was quite easy to use. Also it was very effective of uploading work. However, Blogger sometimes didn't work on Internet Explorer, which slowed the process down as Charlie found. So with this happening in the future we would make sure we update the blogger on a regular basis so we're not rushing around trying to fit pieces of work in. The independent work we did outside of lessons went really well as we got on with the recording outside of lessons because we couldn't fit time to do it in the lesson. We did it at a quick process so we had more time in the class to do the editing process. However, there was times when we didn't do the work outside of the lessons as quick, which obviously didn't give us as much time on the editing process. So in the future we would leave ourselves enough time to do this so our radio broadcast would be better of quality.